Last time on Check Please, the party managed to get to the Druid Circle again. You cleared off the mystical runes and writings that were on the Druid Circle, on the Standing Stones. Once they were cleared, the device reactivated, and a druid and his entourage appeared and spoke to you guys. He introduced himself as Corona, as a Hierophant or Archdruid, and he explained that, well, he explained quite a bit. Most notably that the writing that you guys have been seeing this whole time has been infernal magic. Basically the magic of hell, essentially. And that it was used specifically by the enemy, of which he refused to give a name to, for reasons he didn't go into. He did tell you, though, that Glarv, the being that you have been dealing with, at least tangentially, is one of the 8. Now, I'm assuming you guys know what that means, but I don't want to tip my hand if you don't. So anyway, Glarv is... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, those are the guys we gotta defeat to weaken the big bad.
Essentially.
And one of them's already dead.
Essentially, yeah. So, Glarv is one of the 8, and Corona explained that all of the 8 are essentially impervious to all damage, except for accepting this thing of theirs called a totem. You need to find Glarv, find out what his totem is, and then use it to destroy him, essentially. But his first ask of the party was to basically sneak or be sneaky and spy on or learn the weakness of Glarv and exploit it.
And maybe just kill him.
Yeah, and maybe just kill him.
Why not?
Yeah. And he said that he is currently in human skin living in Fuchdorf Castle to the northwest. I believe that's roughly what happened last time. In more personal matters, Corona ended up turning over the Druid Circle in the Great Vale over to Vera and her cult, with the ask that the Mellifera cult be good stewards of the forest.
And not make human sacrifices.
Yeah, and not follow down the same road that Mellifera's cults had done in the past.
When you guys say eat the rich, you need to clarify you don't mean literally.
Well, I mean, what can we say is good or bad?
Oh boy.
I mean, if it's for the good of the world,
Yeah.
I think anything is really worth it.
What if you have to sacrifice the rich for the good of the world?
Just don't eat them.
What if you have to eat them
For the good of the
You
world.
don't.
for the good of the world?
You don't.
I'd probably make someone else eat it.
You'd make one of your servants do it.
You'll never...
Yeah,
you'll
I don't
never-
want to eat people.
Why not?
Because it's gross. No, thank you.
Oh, have you tried
Too
it?
sugary.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe another elf, because their diet would be more,
Do you think
Natural.
elves taste better than humans?
I think they probably taste worse.
they're probably a bit more lean, but if it's like the higher up elves, they'd probably taste the best.
Do you think dwarves taste the best?
Ew,
I
no,
think
they're...
dwarves taste the best.
I think
Or
they taste like
halflings.
dirt.
Oh,
Halflings
God,
taste
no.
the best.
They would...
Halflings taste good.
Halfling does?
We halflings are very well marbled.
And they're
dwarves-
well fed.
Dwarves, I would assume, are very, very
Tough.
You'd
Yeah.
have to like tenderize them for like a week. My
Marinate that shit.
Do you guys want the actual
Those
answer?
would not be good.
Yes.
Okay, the actual answer is elves taste the best. Everyone knows this. This is known by every species that eats sentient creatures knows this. They know elves taste the best. That's why they always go after elves first in combat if they're ever something that eats like humanoids.
Oh.
Dwarves taste the worst, and if you're going to eat a dwarf, the only way to properly prepare them is to stew the meat. It's the only way to get it edible.
Huh. What's the ranking for all of our... Well,
The ranking for best flavor is going to be elves at the top, then halflings, then humans, then gnomes, then dwarves.
okay, so
about
not just
tieflings?
elves and halflings.
I'm
which are
not
on-
counting half orcs or tieflings because there aren't any in the party, so it doesn't matter.
So we'll have to find one of those and eat them ourselves.
Okay.
It's fucked up.
Welcome to one of the darker jokes of... I was going to say the darkest joke of the campaign, and I was like, that's probably...
I don't know. We've gone pretty dark before.
Yeah, we have. We sure have. And we're sure to go darker from here.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Okay, so did we already make it back into town, or were we still in the forest?
We are back
we made
in
it
town.
back to town. We were actually, I believe, on our way out.
I thought we were...
Or at least talking about it.
Did we sleep
I don't know if we needed to sleep because we had slept the day before we
Yeah, we
the rest
just
of
went
the...
over there on
That's
like
true.
a 2-hour trip, talked to
Yeah.
Corona for an hour, and then walked back.
That's true.
Yeah, so the day is currently Friday the 25th of January, year 763. You guys left the forest, and you are back at the town of Rightburg.
Oh, the idea that Vera is just taking everything super slow because she's the only one who doesn't know about the wedding. Or about the whole, like, disappearing thing.
Probably.
She's like, you know what? I know it's like noon, and we slept like 4 hours ago, but do you guys feel like sleeping again?
No!
I feel like sleeping, right?
Beardy,
Yes,
Soul's gonna take one.
you got it.
Thank you.
Take one for the team.
So, we get back to the village. Soul starts returning the soap to everyone. So, after I'm done with this, guys, how about we head to the castle and go and kill that fucker? Huh?
Well, I guess. Don't we need to find the totem first, though?
Yeah, that's how we kill him.
Yeah, is it going to be there?
I would assume so, but if not, like, hopefully we can learn where it is, and then we destroy it and kill him. Huh?
So we just walk up there and say, "Hey, do you have a totem that
No!
we can?"
We're gonna sneak inside, you silly.
Well, we should. I was thinking Papel disguises.
Already ahead of you. Wink.
What's with the wink?
Did you just say wink as you winked?
I guess it does kind of defeat the purpose of winking if you.
I would show you how it works, except I don't want to waste a spell. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't want to waste it.
Okay.
But you will see. Oh, you will see.
What about the rest of us?
Well, let me actually just check in my inventory, because I'm pretty sure I have a disguise kit in here. Didn't I? Or did I give it to someone? Did I give it to Vera? Do you have the disguise kit on you?
I do.
You do. Okay. Vera has the disguise kit that I had originally. And I have a thing to disguise. But we're the most sneaky characters out of, like, any of y'all.
Yeah,
So.
I'm one of the least sneaky characters. That's why I want to disguise.
Well, I just didn't know if all of us would actually be going in.
I
got it. I can use invisibility on you.
Oh, what about? Well, I suppose Archie will have to convince you. What's this?
And I can turn into a bee, so not that hard for me.
A really big V.
Well, what about Markus?
Markus,
about
do you have any
Solution to sneaking around and not getting caught?
Dimension. Actually, I've been doing some studying, and I might be able to get us inside without
Why?
being seen.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called Dimension Door.
Okay, so
Now, I can only take
before
two
you
people.
go on about that, what about, also out of character, finding someone who is related to this castle normally, like a guard or something, and possessing them?
Already ahead of it, guys. It's gonna be fun.
I think he was saying it more for Skrewy.
Oh.
Markus
for
is
Markus.
Okay, I'll take the other person.
But I mean, doesn't that mean that your other body is done for then?
For
If he
the-
doesn't
no, 'cause
return to it,
Beardy
like, in a certain amount of time.
that he can return to it.
Gotcha.
It just depends on the amount of time.
Yeah, and if the
Otherwise, it
amount
might
of time
run
is like a
away.
day, he could just hop back and forth and just keep refreshing the time.
So if Markus takes one guard and I take the other,
And then I give Lovette invisibility, and then Vera turns into a bee with a disguise kit that makes her look like a smaller bee.
I don't think the disguise kit's going
That's
to be.
definitely how it works!
Oh, well,
To be honest, I really don't know how this
that.
disguise kit works. Like, there's just a bunch of brushes and.
Okay, we could give the disguise kit to Lovette, and then I make Archie invisible, and then you're a bee!
I
I mean, I was always planning on being a bee.
We should make Markus invisible.
Why Markus?
Because what are you going to do otherwise?
Could we shove Lovette into Archie and then disguise Archie?
oh, can Archie open up?
I'm been lighting up plans for it, but it is not that simple.
Aw.
Turn Archie into a mech. I love that idea. It's great.
I know.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I can only cast invisibility on one person, so I'm really sorry about that.
Well, I mean, if I am in disguise, I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at pulling off impressions and such. I think, like making this blending in when necessary.
But you're short.
Well, I can talk my way out of things.
Markus looks very skeptical of your abilities to persuade.
Get a strong glare.
Very, very strong glare. Just, what's your birthday again?
I don't see what that
Just
has to do with anything.
Yeah, what does birthdays have to do with anything? Mine's in August. But yeah.
Just in case you were wondering.
Markus glares at Soul.
Do you not like August? I get it. You just don't like summer. It makes you too warm.
Markus gives you a very, like, stern kind of dad stare.
Soul is still smiling.
Exuberant.
Very.
Exuberantly.
What's the mile in smile? Of course, the dad laughs at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, technically, one of the things that I was planning on doing wouldn't exactly work if I use invisibility on myself while I'm holding someone. But technically, if I do use invisibility, I can hold something. That's part of it. As long as I'm holding things, that's invisible too when I cast. But as soon as I drop that, it goes off of them.
Markus or myself?
Yeah, well, again, it kind of ruins one of the plans that I had for being able to sneak in with another way as well.
Wait,
So it would still leave Markus or you or Archie out in the open, nonetheless.
A plan B would be not a bad idea, you know? So we have something on backup now.
Yeah. In the meantime, I think we're fine. We have a bit of an idea, and if anything, one of us can be a lookout, right?
Very, very true.
So, should we just go and see what's up?
I don't see why not.
Cool. We get the horse carriage and head out then.
Yeah. So when you arrive, like Fuchdorf from Reitberg is a very short journey. When you arrive, how are you intending on being dressed? Like, are you going to show up in your adventuring clothes with, like, fully armed and armored? Or are you going to... What are you going to do?
I mean, I'm not normally armored, but...
Looks like a lower-end noble with their winter clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know that Vera looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. As we approach the castle we're talking about...
Yeah, so, like, when you present yourselves...
myself,
okay.
but I don't really know what to disguise myself as, because I thought maybe we were going to scout it out a little bit.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Can we scout it out first? Like, do we have to actually approach the front of the castle? Like,
No.
how far of a distance can they see us?
I mean, possibly. There's not a whole lot around Fuchdorf Castle.
Before we get about, like...
So if they see, like, a carriage
1,000
just
feet
show
away.
up, I mean...
It is a nice carriage.
It might look... right, but I'm saying, like, a carriage decides to take a overland journey around the castle to look at it from all sides might look a little bit suspicious.
No, instead of that, if we could stop a ways away when we can see the castle, but the castle probably can't see us, I'll ask Vera and Soul if they can stop the carriage. Yeah, so...
Yeah?
Could we stop here for a moment? I'm going to inspect the moment.
Okay. Soul pulls on the reins to stop.
So I'll pull Archie's wings off his back and put them back on me, keeping that thing worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get out of the carriage and fly up, 800 feet in the air, and pull out Le Petit Mot and look down the scope, see if I can kind of inspect it from a distance.
Alright, you scope out Fuchdorf Castle from a distance using your scope. The building is fairly large.
I'm mostly looking to see if I can see any sort of guards or staff, any people that look like they belong there, and if I can see kind of how they're dressed at all.
Okay, you do see staff and guards, both.
Mm-hmm.
There appears to be quite a fair amount of staff milling about doing various tasks. The castle itself is a stone building, and it's got a stone wall around it, so there's an inner area, a courtyard, and then the area around it. Now, it's got 4 towers, one on each corner of the rectangular wall that sits outside of the castle. There are guards on the towers. The walls themselves are only about 3 feet thick, so they're not wide enough to walk across. And then the building inside is about 4 stories tall.
Okay. Alright, that's not honestly that huge a castle.
No.
I'm sorry, did you describe how the staff were dressed? I might have missed it.
Their uniforms appear to be black and white.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly black and
Do
white.
they have any symbols Or could that be a possible?
You can't see from there. You're just able to tell basic colors from as far away as you are.
Okay. And the guards are also dressed in black and white? Or do they have any color scheme?
The guards don't appear to have much color scheme.
Okay. Alright. I'll fly back down and relay what I saw to everyone.
Okay.
I figure there are details in the description of the uniforms that you might have given me for brevity's sake, but I explain as much as I can about how they look and ask Soul if we could make disguises that look like that.
Well, we only have one disguise kit. That's one person.
But, wait, I just want to make sure that it's not wasted and that useless disguise.
Okay, maybe it's because I don't know, because I'm new to this. Doesn't the disguise kit just kind of work with however you use it?
It allows you to disguise yourself.
Yeah, so the disguise kit is not so much for, like, making clothing disguises. It's typically more like either, like, wigs of various colors, makeup of various types. It's meant to be more about, like, disguising your face and hair and eyes rather than it is clothing.
Yeah.
I thought there was minor pieces of clothing like scarves and such.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be little things like that, but not like full sets of clothes.
It's not a costume bin.
Correct. It's a little kit that's mostly like a makeup case, but it also contains wigs.
Oh, well, then I don't think that plan is actually going to work that well. I assumed it was like a proper disguise.
I mean, we could just pretend that I'm a noble wanting to visit the castle. I kind of look the part.
Sure, we could do that.
It would let us scope it out.
But if we have been actively engaged with this Grel for some time, do you not think he will not recognize us?
Have we been actively engaged with him?
Well, we have been, even if we have not recognized it, we seem to be getting in his way a lot.
I mean, does he really know what we look like, though?
And besides,
I don't know,
if not, I could use the disguise
also
kit on my face at least, if that causes you comfort.
Sure.
Okay. So I know Vera has it, but I find it annoying to, like, kind of switch it throughout the party here and there. So can we just say that I used it?
Yeah, I mean, you can use it on another person.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just mostly asking the DM if that was just okay to imply that it was used on me.
Of course.
Okay.
Do I need to make any rolls for that?
Yes, you'll need to make a disguise check.
Can do. That's a 16.
Alright, and the disguise kit's going to give you a +2 bonus.
So
you got
18.
An 18 adjusted.
So, for continuity's sake, let's just say Soul did a updo like they did back in Heart and Shin, very beginning on in our journey when we went to go attempt to steal a painting, but instead we just bought it.
Yep.
And they hide their feather.
Alright. Are you displaying your eye or hiding your eye?
Ooh. I'm gonna hide it with my eye patch.
It does look pretty cool with the winter clothes, so it's a good choice.
Thank you.
Alright, so Soul shows up wearing winter garb, updo, and eye patch.
That is correct.
Are you traveling alone, or is anyone with you?
I'm assuming I'm gonna claim that these guys are my bodyguards. Does anyone have any objections to that?
I don't know if I really appeals at bodyguard-like.
We could just say entourage.
Entourage, I'm your accountant.
A noble, person, I assume, takes many people with them, I think.
Staff, I suppose?
Yes, staff.
And I am a bee, correct?
That's your choice.
Here's the thing, Beardy.
This is
I, so for my beast shape, can I be a tiny one now?
Alright, so you're at beast shape 2 currently, which means you can take tiny form.
Okay.
So, would that make Vera a normal bee shape?
No, a normal
No, that's
bee...
like rat-sized.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or normal bee is fine.
yeah.
Shit.
Is that a possibility eventually?
No, beast shape never becomes fine.
Okay.
It's never okay.
So I guess I would ask the party before we had headed in if I should be a bee then.
I could just say you're my bodyguard. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Well, I guess we can try that first. We're already going at it.
I assumed we had still been stopped. Currently, we were just prepping.
Yeah, you guys are still prepping, that's fine.
Yeah. Markus, you, I mean, you're a cleric. Nobles probably have holy people with them.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. Cool.
Yeah. You need a
Everyone-
spiritual advisor. Have you ever met Lopra?
I don't really like the idea of Malchus as a spiritual advisor.
Hey, F you, man.
Okay, how about we just leave the talking to me mostly, and then if need be, you guys do the big punchy punches. Okay, awesome.
Well, I don't know about punchy punches, but I will definitely help with investigating.
And let's just have Archie in the cart, at least until we pull up to the castle and see what happens.
If I keep Archie in the cart, then he could get very tired. I should keep him on my person.
Tired? What do you mean?
He starts to wear down, and it starts to hurt his functioning. It's almost as if he is taking damage.
I'm not saying that we move away from him. I'm just saying that we go to the front and see what the circumstances are, and if maybe it's okay to just kind of bring him along. Ooh, I'll just cast invisibility on him. There!
Okay, he can actually be quite sneaky, weirdly enough.
So, once we get closer, I'll cast invisibility, because I don't want to waste the time on that.
Do we even know what Glarv's name is here?
No, I was just gonna say I am a noble woman who is interested in visiting the castle on my journeys, because I've never seen one quite so... Is there anything unique about this goddamn castle?
Not really, no. It looks like a pretty standard noble estate.
I am a noble diplomat visiting to make, connections with other nobles. That's it.
Like,
A fail-safe plan.
I mean, if they ask, I have to have something to say, right?
Sure.
Well, I can tell you some things about that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that was my mother's profession. Although, honestly, the way that you handle my situations is congruent.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. No. Alright.
Well,
Everyone-
for me.
Voice is slightly difficult.
Everyone good with the plan?
Yes, I think it's a sound.
I love this plan. Let's do it.
I take another one.
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. We head to that goddamn castle with a plan.
Alright, so you ride your carriage up to Fuchdorf Castle, and it is a fairly large building. Like I said, it has a wall around it, and the gate on that wall is currently closed.
Oh no.
So you ride your carriage up and stop in front of the gate, and a moment later the gate will open up, and a person will walk out.
What does the person look like?
You see a smartly dressed servant, a human, elderly, probably in his late 50s or early 60s.
Okay.
He steps out and crisply salutes all of you and bows sharply and introduces himself as the butler of the estate. He introduces himself as Johann, the butler. He inquires as to whether or not you are bringing the servants that were requested.
Can I take a second to think about that just as a player?
Yeah, of course.
Guys.
Oh boy.
Should we do this?
I'm okay with it. I'm down for it.
Is Vera gonna be okay, Kyle?
I mean, you might want to tell
Public
Vera
servant.
to wait, quote unquote, out here, because that could end badly for Vera. So
Should I count Archie or should I just count Karis, Markus, and Lovette?
I think we should hide Archie.
Okay, I'll cast him invisible. So just Karis, Markus, Lovette. Okay. Why yes, I do. I have 3 suitable bodies here for you.
I suppose 3 will have to do.
Apologies, there are so many places that are low on staff due to what happened with the orcs, if you heard about it.
I suppose so. Conscripting an army has really thinned down the available recruiting pool, I suppose.
It's terrible, truly terrible.
Well, let's see them.
Of course. And then Sol will knock on the carriage. The 3 of you, please come out, if you would not mind.
I'm going to just
I don't know.
quickly make a roll here for Karis's disguise check. She would have done something earlier. So she probably, changed her hair a bit. But I don't know. She probably took a wig out of the disguise kit. So
That's
she's
A-okay.
probably got a black wig on right now. So she's got black hair instead of white hair. Alright, anywho. Okay, so he sees, you said that who all comes out? Karis?
Lovette and
Lovette
Markus.
and Markus. Oh boy. Okay, so Johann, he stands there and looks between the 3 of them. Are you serious?
They volunteered.
We had specific requirements.
I'm very well... Look,
Again, there's many short staff currently, and I'm trying my best. However, they do have suitable talents that may provide a better instance that would equal out such needs. Oh my god, what am I doing?
His lordship is very clear about his serving staff and the requirements that they must fit.
I'm sorry. I have never spoken with him in person, so apologies on that, and I'm trying my best.
Markus is looking very indignant at the moment.
I suppose that under these circumstances, this will have to do. All right. Payment will be forthcoming, as per usual.
May I see to them into the castle, please?
He kind of raises an eyebrow. He's going to make a check.
Okay.
Make a bluff.
Why? Soul actually wants to go in there.
Well, because...
For your intentions.
Well, for all of this has been...
That's a 20, not a natural 20, but a 20.
Okay. All right. Very well. All right, so he opens up the front gate and ushers the lot of you inside.
Should I have Vera wait out with the cart?
Sure.
Okay.
I will have my associate here, my bodyguard, wait out here in the cart with me. If you don't mind, I'm just going to procure something from the cart in just a moment, and I will follow. Excuse me. And then I take care of Archie with that sweet, sweet invisibility spell. All
right. So Johann is going to walk in front of the three people pretending to be servants, and he's going to kind of mumble that I suppose one out of three will have to do. And he asks you to follow him and walks you guys into the courtyard. He takes you inside. The door to the grand hall is opened by another servant, and you guys go into the grand hall. This is a dining area, very large dining table. And one thing you notice on your way into the courtyard is that there are lots and lots of gardens, like vegetable gardens, to grow additional food. So
interesting.
More than you feel like there should be in a place like this. A lot of noble estates would have pretty places like a rose garden or a hedge maze or something that is there to be aesthetically pleasing. The courtyard in here is filled with food production, basically.
How's it doing this time of year?
It's actually quite nice.
Oh,
even though it's cold out, so you're thinking that it's probably has some spells laid into it to grow all year round.
Damn it, I don't have my eye patch up. Otherwise, I'd use Detect Magic.
Also, I will say that Hummel is with Soul. He's on Soul.
Aww.
Because something goes wrong, Hummel is going to fetch
Vera. Okay, cool. Soul is doing their greatest walk that they used to do back at home and had some practice with during the winter solstice. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they're quiet, but they're smiling, they're nodding. Is anyone giving directions oh, this is this and this is that or anything?
Yeah.
Is anyone being a tour guide?
You're right. So as you walk in, Johann turns over the new servants to the female servant that opened the door to the grand hall. And he says, Luzia, you take them, get them situated. And he turns and heads out of the grand hall in a different direction. You see a 20-something-ish human female, and she introduces herself as Luzia, and she kind of does a little curtsy, and kind of looks over the three of you that are posing as servants at least. She says that, it's not so bad here, truly. Now, come along, and she opens up a door, and you see a servant's quarters. Let me go ahead and actually share the map.
I am so nervous.
Okay. So she takes you into these servant quarters and explains that the 3 beds on the eastern side of the room are unoccupied currently. You can use those. Now...
Yeah, I'm rapidly thinking this plan, but we are kind of knee-deep into it.
Now, Soul, you're still out in the grand hall there, so let me go ahead and add you guys onto the map here.
Since I'm still out in the grand hall, unless you plan on saying something past I'm still out in the grand hall.
No.
Okay. Is there anything that I noticed that seems different in decor? Like anything maybe special, or maybe not so special but seems out of place?
Not really. It looks like it's decorated with suits of armor and like hunting trophies. There's like dead animals and things up on the walls.
And Johann left?
He went out through one of the eastern doors, yes.
Is anyone else in this room with?
You were currently there by yourself.
I'm gonna flip up my blindfold really quick and use Detect Magic on the room.
Okay.
Like, just looking around, seeing if there's anything special.
In this room, you don't detect any magical auras that are out of the ordinary. You don't see anything strange in here. So let me go ahead and...
I'll flip my blindfold back down then. Or my eye patch back down.
So that should be everybody currently.
Can you see through Hummel's eyes at all?
No, but Vera is meditating right now, and I might be able to if this takes long enough.
Okay, cool.
So while you're scoping out that room, the servant girl, Luzia, is going to start explaining to Markus, Lovette, and Karis the basics in and outs of the serving duties that they're going to be doing, which is mostly kitchen work. So she'll take the three of you back out into the main dining hall and then through a smaller hallway there and lead you into a kitchen. And she says that the master takes his meals promptly at 8, 10, 1, 4, 7, and 10. He's very, very clear about when they need to be served. She also says, though, that today is a bit different because the master is currently not home. So currently the estate is in more of a cleaning and replenishment mode.
Also remember, if you want Vera to do something, you can just tell Hummel to get them.
Currently, I don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. Can I pat Hummel?
Yes.
I pet him with my index finger. With my index finger! It's like a nice little...
Yeah. Fuzzy.
I don't know what those sound effects are supposed to imply, but it's gentle. Okay.
Alright, so back in the kitchen, there are actually two other servants that are currently scouring some pans and pots. Luzia introduces the two of them as Freda and Ilana. The two of them turn and curtsy and introduce themselves. The only important thing is to note about them. Basically, Ilana has like blonde hair and Freda has black hair.
Okay.
Luzia also explains that Ilana has been the servant here for the longest.
I'm gonna be not so conspicuous. I'm just gonna start. Well, actually, I'm gonna say, what can I do to help? Or what instruct me, because I don't know what needs to be done at the moment.
So at this point, Ilana will step up and explain that all of the utensils also need to be cleaned. And there's like a bucket essentially near you that's full of soiled utensils. And there's also a trough of hot water. So she hands you a rag and says to clean them off as best you can. Karis will follow your lead and kind of like muster up the courage to say like, what can I do to help? And Ilana will like take one look at Karis and just be like, well, you won't be here for very long.
Oh, shit! Okay, either A, Karis is going to be plucked and turned in and be like something else.
She's going to be put into a harem!
What kind of outfits are they wearing?
They're wearing like they're decent clothes. Like they're not wearing like rags or anything. But they're not like aristocratic
Fancy.
at all. They're not like what Elena's wearing in the picture. So just imagine that Freda is wearing the actual uniform that they're all wearing.
Right. Okay.
Black and white, right?
Yeah, black and white with some like brown accents. With a lot of them are also there, and then they're wearing aprons as well. Ilana essentially explains to Karis that you won't be working in the kitchens for very long, so honestly just sort some things and sort of put things away, because you honestly aren't going to need to be worrying about this place for very long. Karis looks very confused about that, and goes over and starts to organize the tables.
I'll ask what kind of stuff I can do as well, I suppose.
Yeah, Ilana is honestly just really confused about you and Markus's existence. So She's
Wait, hold on.
I'm kind of...
That statement, please.
That displays a slight amount of disappointment and just the confusion. Like, wait, no, I'm not creepy hair material enough for you?
She shrugs and says, I've seen plenty of people come and go here, and none of them looked like you. But her, she points at Karis. Well, let's just say his lordship has a type.
Oh, shit.
Ew! No!
Creepy
Not there, but
old
gross!
man.
Well, we don't know how old he is.
Still, nope, creepy old man. I'm calling it right now.
He's fucking ancient. He's like a...
But we don't know if he looks...
I mean, Soul's 84, so...
Beardy, clarification. Does this person not know that we, like, are just different races, or are they just racist?
Yes, they understand that there are things other than humans.
However, you are not what is requested normally when they call in for servants.
Yeah. Like, you don't really match the pamphlet.
Female human.
They said... I think that the details got mixed up. They said someone really small, and I suppose they misinterpreted which dimensions we were talking about.
Okay, actually, you know what? Make a diplomacy check.
Who, me?
No,
Lovette.
Lovette.
Put some points into that today. Let's see if they pay off. They won't, but let's see.
I'm gonna say no, they won't.
Oh,
wow.
Whoa!
that's not correct.
Damn.
Wait. Sorry, that's not a 30. Let me.
That would have been a 19.
That would have been a 19. You're correct. I had
was
it
gonna
busted
say.
up because I was gearing up for Archie's impending, I thought, stealth check with the invisibility.
So,
And it takes a long time for me to get a plus 20 on this thing.
Ilana will actually start laughing about your joke. She's quite tickled by that.
Oh, yeah.
She actually says that you can help her with her current task. So she gestures for you to come right over next to her.
Insulted? I'm mildly insulted. Okay, fine. I can't, apparently, I'm just good enough for cutlery.
So she has you go over to a large trough, and you start scouring pans with her. All right. So the 5 of you in that kitchen do your thing. Meanwhile, out in the main dining area, Soul, you're just sort of killing time until eventually Johan returns, and he'll walk over and say, "Have you seen to the business that you needed to?"
Well, out of curiosity, since I've never been inside the castle, I was wondering if I could perhaps have a tour.
It's just kind of a fascination of mine to visit associates' castles from time to time. I know it sounds a little trifling, but I was curious if that could be the case.
Could you make a diplomacy check for me?
I would love to! That's a 25.
It's a 25. So he's going to kind of like grimace for a few fractions of a second, and then goes, "Well, it's highly irregular, but his lordship is not in currently. I imagine he wouldn't enjoy having a guest here without his personal supervision. I suppose I can show you just this floor."
Oh, that I think would just be enough. However, I would love to meet with him another time, perhaps.
He is very busy, so his
Of
schedule
course.
is his own. He should be back soon, but
Today, or as in a week or so?
probably closer to a week. But he has been known to be ahead of schedule in sometimes. But anyway,
What a diligent lord.
he is very important and very busy. But
Of course, I
allow me
respect
to-
him very much.
Allow me to take you on a short tour.
Oh, why, thank you, Johan.
So he walks you through this room, explains that it is the primary dining room. Now, again, when I work with these maps, I'm trying to find the ones that are the closest to what I'm actually after. So this is much more well appointed in reality than it is in the picture. Like you're not sitting on like stools at the table. What it looks like here, these are actually like nice high backed chairs.
Okay.
There is a stage there on the north part of the room, under a taxidermy antlered head.
Tempting.
He will lead you through a door on the east, open that up, and he'll show you that there's guest quarters, as well as a bath and privy.
Ah. Does he often have guests?
Oh, yes. His lordship often has many guests, in fact.
Really?
Yes, he is one for parties, you might say.
Oh, how delightful. I must try to get invited to one of these.
Well, his lordship has very particular tastes, and I could put in a good word, I suppose.
Soul touches their ears and goes, they're a bit much, are they?
He looks embarrassed and says, "Oh, no, nothing quite like that."
Oh, apologies. Although I may be a noble, I do experience some certain attitudes from time to time, so I wasn't quite sure.
No, it's simply that his parties are typically his business partners and their other associates.
Chance I should make more business with him.
He smiles and nods as very good. And then he continues giving you a small tour. There is a study. There is another study there. A small library there.
Oh, he has a library.
So he shows you to those rooms and explains that this is these rooms are typically where his lordship will do a few of his more mundane tasks.
Why, Johann, you silly thing. Some of the most mundane things to some people can be the most interesting and well-deserved attention for some people. You may be surprised that he's actually quite focused in these rooms. I wouldn't know yet, but I have a feeling.
Please let me die. Soul, during this, through, each interaction with Johann, will casually, touch his shoulder from time to time.
Yeah.
Each time, they're testing to see how long they can linger it.
Okay.
Without him looking uncomfortable.
Okay. He is oblivious.
Okay.
So, quite a long time.
I see.
He's either doesn't notice or he's not interested.
Or gay.
But yeah, he doesn't seem to... He either is not trained so well that he won't say it because you're of higher station than he is, and it's not his place to tell you no, or he's simply oblivious to what you're doing.
Alright, that doesn't help me figure things out or get advantages.
Now, is this everything on the first floor, or is there more? I'm excited. It's a lovely castle.
Well, he apologizes and says that this is the extent of the estate that he is comfortable sharing without his lordship's approval.
Oh, phooey. I'll have to come back for some more business adventures with the Lord and perhaps a party eventually.
Perhaps. He nods and bows. Alright, so he's gonna usher you back toward the front door.
Fuck!
Should have busted out my new spell. I didn't think I needed so soon.
Do you mind if I rest in by the table for just a moment? I was traveling for a lot of the day and I'm just a tad dizzy. It's just been a match. As soon as I am rested, I will head on out. I am so sorry.
Very well. So he'll escort you back to the main dining hall then?
Mm-hmm.
Seat you at the table there, and then have one of the servants bring you probably some cold water.
Nice. That's
fancy.
Whoa, cold.
But it's drawn fresh from the well in the courtyard.
Oh, how do I do this?
So it's nice cold groundwater.
Beardy.
Hmm?
Am I staring at a door in front of me?
Yes.
You're gonna door side it?
Would you like to open the door?
No, I would like to very clandestine door site that.
I don't think door sight can be clandestine.
I put my hand on the door and think really hard.
Okay.
They're scullery maids. What do they know of the magical arts?
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. I was always under the impression that I just put my hand on the door, close my eyes, and think really hard.
Hold on. Let me see if it's. Let me read up on door sight.
I mean, I'm not shouting.
So hold on. You're not travel domain.
I thought it was travel domain.
You are exploration subdomain within travel, because that's what gives you door sight. Which means it means your domain spell, the level 4 domain spell, Dimension Door, is not correct.
Oh no!
You don't get that at 4th level in exploration. It is Locate Creature.
Oh no.
That's
So let me drop that in there.
that's fucking lame.
Oh, Dory.
You are
that's
leaving
so
this.
sad.
You are leaving this in. Leave this in because that's fucking
yeah.
lame.
There you go. Okay, so you have Locate Creature as your 4th level domain spell.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Okay, so it takes 1 minute to use the power, and it functions as if you were using clairvoyance. Which the thing is it says of it as if you were using clairvoyance. So I don't know if that means you need to actually have you need to say all the divine, like the verbal and somatic components. So I think it just functions without all that. So in that case, yes, I believe you can use this without making a scene. You do have to hold your hand on the door for a full minute without these, as you called them, scullery maids noticing. So,
What if he's just pretending to steady himself?
It's okay, Marcus. I got their attention.
yeah, you can take no other action during this time. So,
Lana, is it?
oh yes, Alana.
Also, you originally from this area?
Oh, very much so. I was born in Reitberg, not a day's travel from here.
Oh, we just did some work for them.
Oh, really? That's good to hear. It may not seem it, but this place is actually quite nice to work at. The pay is very much above standard.
Oh, well, that's fortunate, but is there any sort of weird things you have to put up with for that?
It's hardly my place to tell.
Well, I'm not... This is Aussie books. This is just between co-workers and friends.
Well, I've been working here for about 5 years. She looks like she's probably just shy of mid-20s.
Oh, boy.
So she's been working here for about 5 years, and in that time, there's been a lot of rotation, a lot of turnover in the staff.
Part of the staff.
Which part of the staff?
The serving staff.
Right, yeah. Oh, so I should have a plan B prepared, you're saying?
Well, I think you might actually stick around. You seem to have a decent head on your shoulders. Not so sure about your associate there. She kind of like nods over at Markus, who's kind of just like touching the door and doing nothing else. Even after he was like asked to clean off a bucket of utensils, he's like just touching a door.
Yeah,
so she's like, I'm not sure if he's going to stick around. Now,
right.
I don't know if you know your other friend over there, but I don't think she'll be here for very long. The master will probably end up inviting her to one of his parties.
Well, what happens after that?
Well, at that point, they usually find some other employment.
That never occurred for you or Freda?
Oh, Freda's relatively new as well, so I think that it's just a matter of time before his lordship takes notice of her. But me, no, not really.
What is it? Because he doesn't like blondes? What the fuck?
Then even Freda may be all right. I think something about the eyes.
Is this something that is not often talked about?
Not exactly. His lordship appreciates a particular kind of beauty.
Color? Yeah, what color are Karis' eyes?
Karis' eyes are blue.
Okay.
Okay.
She has blue eyes and white hair, but she's currently disguised as if she has black hair.
Blue eyes, white drag.
Oh, shit!
I'm fairly certain a good size
Blue eyes,
nin
white
has
girl.
passed.
Okay. So, your door sight activates, and you see...
Closet I'm so mad if it's
You see an external door leading out into a garden.
Ooh, with a gazebo.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Did the maid who brought me the water, is she still in the same room with me?
Yeah, the maid that brings you the water is actually going to be Freda, which is why... Sorry, that's why Ilana was talking about her.
That bitch!
So, Freda comes out and pours you a glass of cold, or like brings you a pitcher of cold water, and asks if there's anything you need.
Oh, my darling, I'm so sorry. I just was feeling a bit faint. Would you mind having some conversation with me at least?
She looks like confused and embarrassed. Oh, I'm just a servant here. I don't really know much that you'd find interesting as a noble, I'm sure.
Soul has like a face of pitying her for a second, and then it becomes like stone cold.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. You may go back to your services then. This is all I requested. Thank you.
Oh, of course. She like curtsies and quickly shuffles back to the kitchen.
Now am I all alone?
Yes, you're all alone.
Yes! Okay! I'm gonna take a stroll around the side rooms that I was
Okay.
shown.
You find this door to be locked.
God damn it!
Where is Archibald right now? He must have come with us, I assume, at this point.
I
'cause
thought you said he was on your person. You said
Well,
you were-
I said I was going to
cast
do that, but
invisibility.
we cast invisibility on him instead.
Ew, okay. Hold on.
That's why I had that plus 20 all prepped.
Okay, in that case, Archibald will be he's here in the corner of the dining room.
Okay. Is the door to the library locked?
Yes.
God damn it! Fuck! How am I supposed to look for things?
Don't mind them not being doors anymore.
Fuck, a duck.
How long has everyone been in the estate, by the way?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Okay.
I don't even have a way to tell everyone that I'm leaving.
I mean, you have a bee.
I do have a bee. Okay, very quietly. So looks at their shoulder where Hummel is. And they just say, Hummel, can you please go and find the others and make enough commotion to where only our friends will know that it's you, and just
Does
kind
Archibald
of...
hear this?
Yes, I'm right next to Archie.
Okay, that's much better.
Do anything in response?
I can't see him.
I know, but if he hears you asking Hummel to do this, he might be like, okay, I can take care of that. I don't know, I'm asking Beardy.
Nope.
You're talking to the little bee on your shoulder, and then a big invisible robot's like, you got it.
Clong, clong, clong.
Well, he's not trying to make any sort of
That's true.
movements or attacks, because he doesn't want to break his spell that's on him. Speaking of the spell that's on him,
Yeah.
I think the duration might have run out.
Yeah, I can cast him. Or he can go into a ball. What would you rather
Okay,
have?
So
I think turning him into a ball is fine at this point. We'll have
yeah, because it's only going to last a minute per level. So honestly, if it only lasted 7 minutes, he would have already blown your guys' cover.
yeah. So we'll just say he wasn't. I'm assuming then.
Yeah.
Or
So
no?
let's just say he's in a ball in your inventory, because
Okay.
having him with a 7-minute timer on him constantly is going to be not good for your plan.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how long that lasted. I guess I should have asked.
Hummel, make a commotion only to our friends. Make sure not to let anyone else see. Why am I talking? Make sure no one else sees you, except for our friends, and just make a gesture out towards the door or something so that they know I'm leaving. Okay?
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz buzz.
I mean, he understands what I'm saying.
I don't see how anyone else will understand
This
Hummel.
is soul logic.
So I guess Hummel will probably fly off to find Lovette and stuff. That's what you're asking?
Yeah, just the friend, Lovette,
Yeah.
Karis, and Markus individually, really quick, and then come back.
Okay. Hummel flies
Karis.
away, and Karis pops out a moment later. What is it?
I think either I have to leave or I have one other option that I could do if you consent.
What?
But I'd have to touch you really quick.
What are you thinking?
I would take on your identity too. We could say we're twins.
Twinsies.
She kind of scratches the back of her head. I mean, okay, but just make it fast. I don't want to hurt you.
Okay. Soul touches Karis real quick and uses claim identity.
All right, cast the spell.
What do I need to do a fortitude save?
Yes, you're going to make a fortitude save for touching Karis.
Fuck, that's a 9.
Ouch. Okay, it's going to last for 7 hours.
Phew.
Okay, you start to bleed from your mouth, ears, and nose,
Mm-hmm.
and Karis is going to very quickly channel energy.
And Soul just gives her a thumbs up.
So she removes the damage immediately and hands you a towel that she was using to dust things off in the other room to kind of clean your face up, which is now Karis's face. It's strange. Suddenly you're it's weird because your ears are completely different shaped.
Does it feel different to me too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure the claim identity is it's transmutation. So yeah, you physically change. It's not an illusion.
Right,
you actually become you basically have duplicated her face.
What does her face look like now?
So I look like Karis. Karis looks like a plain
Some person.
girl. Unremarkable in every way. Do I sound like Karis when I talk?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the mannerisms.
Well, how does it feel? Do you feel weird?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Just let me know if anything's wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Soul, as Karis will walk into the back, and they will say, the noblewoman who dropped us off, she left someone else too. Is it okay if I bring her in?
Alana says, of course. Bring them in.
Oh, okay. And then Soul gestures for Karis to come in.
All right.
What is going on? Kalis, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did they lend you... What is... I'm just kidding. Everything is normal. Just go back to washing.
No, I wouldn't do that. That would be mean. What's so different about the way I'm acting?
Well, your clothes are different.
Wait, your clothes are different.
Okay.
What?
Oh, really?
I think
Am I
Lovette would
acting that
agree
much
with that.
different?
I don't think she's that nervous.
No,
I
she's
always
just
thought she was very
quiet.
confident.
She's quiet but
Confident,
affirmative
quiet.
and logical.
Am I doing this wrong, Beardy? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Because you still have your personality.
This is just your indictment of Karis. That's all.
I'm trying to act like her. I see her as someone who pauses a lot normally, so I'm trying my best.
But I was mostly talking about the clothes.
We can hand wave it and say that the two of you switched clothes and wigs.
What's the most plain Jane?
This is Mary.
Soul goes and just stares at Karis for a second, trying to figure out what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm Mary. Here, let me help you with what you were doing.
Thank you. That would be great.
What was she doing again? She says, looking over toward Ilana. Ilana's like, it's fine. The two of you can go work in the back gardens.
What specifications come with that?
Oh,
you silly Billy.
Karis is also known as Commander Data.
she will show the two of you to a garden in the back of the house, in the back of the estate,
Awesome.
and instruct you to basically tend and weed the garden.
Okay.
While they do that, Beardy, I look around the corner around this corner. What is the grayed out area to my left?
There's a door there.
Down the hall there. Oh, there's a door?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't see that. I feel like we really need to start searching this place. Any objection for anybody if we fast forward to nighttime? Maybe we could sneak around?
Well, what's Markus gonna do during that time? Is he, fucking still slacking off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not a great worker.
Yeah, Markus is gonna get shit canned at this rate.
Markus has been playing too many video games.
Okay. Well, anybody other have suggestions?
Well, at some point, I was going to try and interact with Karis and or Soul. Or should I say, Karis and or Mary.
Mary.
I do have a question for the DM.
Y'all?
So even though my features have changed, this is of course a really good illusion.
No.
Right?
No.
It's transmutation.
It's transmutation. You've physically become...
Would my eyes still work the same nonetheless?
Your eye is still artificial. Yeah.
Would it glow?
Yeah, no, it doesn't change.
Also, you could try and put Hummel into the library, potentially.
But it's locked.
Hummel's very small.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's just a...
I don't know.
It'd be
I'm
if Soul-
scared to not have him.
It'd be completely up to if Soul would... So,
Well, would Hummel know, what to look for totem-wise?
would you know what to look for, totem?
No, that's why I was using Detect Magic with my eyeball. I guess we're weeding. We have different clothes. I'd assume I made Karis take the boot covers and shawl not on her, so it's a more plain outfit. So it's just the cream-colored tunic, pants, and brown boots. So pretty plain outfit.
Okay.
How does it feel having those tattoos, by the way?
The tattoos...
Wait.
The tattoos don't transfer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
You should have seen Kenny's face.
I have a solution, if need be.
You skin yourself.
Yep. I just fucking kill myself.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Kill yourself.
KMS.
KOS. Kiss your soulmate.
So Soul looks at Karis and is just like, so sorry about the whole outfit switcheroo. How are you doing?
Fine, I suppose. So, are we just going to kill time until the master comes back, or are we going to search the house?
I want to search the house, but the rooms that I was shown were locked, so I don't know if the servants are, the other help is going to let us go into the other rooms to either clean them or something. What do you got? Any ideas?
This isn't really an area of my expertise, so no.
Neither is it mine, but I'm trying my best. Okay. Did they leave us with anything other than the task of doing the weeding and stuff?
No, that was your task. This is
okay.
This is what they would consider a relaxing day here because the Lord is out.
Is anyone watching us?
Nope. There are guards that patrol the area, but they're currently up on the towers looking out, not in.
Oh.
Can I try to look at the shed that's just north of the garden?
Yeah, it appears to be a shrine. It's built on an old tree.
Shrine?
Is there a way to get in it?
Yeah, there's a door right there. You want to open it?
I want to try to open it.
Yeah. So what you see is what was probably a religious shrine at some point. But
Okay.
it has been disassembled, I think is a good way to put it. The area's been redecorated. The shrine no longer venerates any specific god.
Okay.
Now it is a shrine of a different sort. It appears to be a large collection of portraits, both oil on canvas as well as charcoal and drawn pictures of the same woman over and over and over again.
Do I recognize this woman?
No, you don't.
I don't.
You don't recognize this woman, no.
Does it kind of look like Karis?
Kinda. A little bit.
Fuck!
In the it looks like a person. It's a human female with jet black hair and blue eyes.
Oof. Big oof on my side.
Can I use my eye and detect magic real quick?
Yeah, you took magic and there's nothing magical in the room.
Okay.
But pictures are on the walls, and then there's like a table at the far end of the room, and there's like candles that are currently like not lit, but there's unlit candles and other smaller portraits and pictures sitting up on that table of the same person.
And just all pictures. All of them are pictures.
All of them are pictures, yes.
No figures or anything like that.
None that you notice, no.
All right, Soul's not going to enter that room. They're going to step back, slowly close that door, and they are going to slowly walk back to the garden. They look like they just fucking died on the inside.
What was it?
Especially since it looks like you right now.
Yeah, that's really not good. What color wig was Karis wearing that I'm now wearing?
Jet black.
Great. This is great. So good. So, I got a question for you.
What's
Real
that?
quick.
Yeah?
Did your hair ever actually used to be this color? Or your sister?
She kind of like absentmindedly like touches her hair as she's talking. I'm not really even sure anymore. It's been like this as long as I can remember.
Okay. Well, so, a slight issue in that little building over there. There are a bunch of pictures of same woman. Happens to look very similar to you. Blue eyes, but jet black hair in all the photos. Pictures, paintings, charcoal, the whole shebang. No figures, but all pictures. Yep, all over that room. Yep. Mm-hmm.
More of a nope.
And, she's going.
Oh, she's gonna go look. Oh.
She steps away and goes and looks.
Oh.
What is her reaction on her face?
She's kind of just like staring blankly.
Yeah.
Do you think that belongs... Do you think that's Glarv's doing?
I would like to think there is a high possibility. So, remember, just out of curiosity, with the vampire we killed, he was in contact with someone. Do you think he would have told people about you or what you looked like or anything like that?
Probably. I mean, Warren learned everything he knew from someone that always signed his letters with G.
What color are Siva's eyes?
They're like amber, aren't they?
Hold on.
I think you're right.
Pull up Siva's reference image here.
They're amber, brown, or black. Something around that lines.
Oh, they're actually blue as well.
What?
Look at that. Look at Siva's reference image. Zoom in on that.
Oh.
But she's got like... Yeah, look at that. Wow. Oh, Siva, you are such a looker.
Oh, Siva, we know who this is. We figured it out.
But the facial structure is
No,
more
no,
like Karis.
the portraits in there are not of Siva.
No,
No. Siva's skin is a darker tone.
She's more like an olive skin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siva's much more olive skinned.
Okay, and Karis is like pale as fucking pale can be.
Pale as fucking pale can be, correct.
Okay.
Like sickly levels of pale.
Side? Okay.
Albino levels of pale?
No, not albino.
Okay.
Just sickly.
So, my thoughts currently are that G was Glarv.
That stands to reason, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And either you or me, either way is going to be in danger currently.
Well, if what the other servants were saying is true, then he has particular taste in people that look like that.
I mean, part of me wants to say, don't worry about it, I'll keep looking like you. The other part of me, the part that's very concerned, but also has like kind of a sick sense of humor, would say, oh, but what if he like poked you or something and then he died?
I don't think that it works like that.
I can dream, can't I, Karis? Soul is like now like panic weeding.
You're accidentally ripping out whole cabbages.
Soul doesn't know what weeding is.
It's true.
Does Soul know what weeds are at all?
It's those things that you tell servants to take out of the garden so they look
You
prettier.
just tell them to do that. I don't know what they look like. This thing looks gross and not a flower. I think Soul don't cabbages. Hopefully they're not ripping out the cabbages.
Yeah.
But like ones that are like maybe too small or look weird, they're like, yeah, that's probably a weed.
I will say this while you're like messing with the garden, you do notice that the soil here is surprisingly warm and easy to work with.
Can I detect
Even though it's
magic
winter.
on-
Yeah, you can detect magic. Yeah, the plots of garden are magic. They are enchanted.
What? Oh, are they so lame? Are they so poor at growing food that they have to enchant their food?
Well, it's winter. For one thing. Anyways, just a side note, I'd like to think that the blindfold is actually hidden away with like the shawl and the boot covers, and Soul just used the wig to like cover half of their face, and so they're doing that great emo look.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so artificially kind of getting grown right now due to magic. And there was nothing magic in the shrine area.
Nope.
Fuckity fuck, I don't know what to do.
How long has everyone been in there?
Cut up on an hour, I guess.
Alright, I would like to start casting Watchful Animal.
Alright, you begin casting Watchful Animal.
Oh my god, what are we doing?
I know. This plan is awful on so many levels. We just ran right into it. We didn't think about this at all.
I just need to find the totem so I can just break it.
Well, that might not be how it works. I mean, like, I think, first of all, alright, so there's a few possibilities, the way that Corona explained it to us. One is that the totem is a weapon or can be used as a weapon, and is his weakness, it's like kryptonite. Two is the totem could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be magical, you know, I feel like detecting magic might not actually pick it up. It might, but I don't know. It could have been any of those portraits, for example. But we don't have any reason to believe that it can't be a person. Maybe this person exists, is alive, and if we kill her, the Glarv dies.
I say we go in the cover of night and just go meander the place and see what we can find.
Oh, I don't disagree with that, but we have to do something in the meantime.
I wish B was a language.
It's not?
Wow. That's a great sentence.
Okay.
I do know that C is a language in computer.
Oh. Can you please deal some damage for that one?
When that game hit, though.
Whoops. Side of the building just explodes.
I mean, that would probably give Soul some sort of comfort and be like, oh, thank God.
Hey guys, it's your boy, Glarv.
Oh, that's gonna be later, guys. Oh,
Like and
man.
subscribe.
Alright, so you want to cast Watchful Animal?
Yep, that takes
See
10
it
minutes.
Alright, that's fine. And that allows you to see out of Hummel's eyes and all that.
Yep.
Okay, so in that case, you want to talk to Alana, Lovette?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Eliana, you mind telling me a bit about the proprietor?
Oh, his lordship?
Yes.
He's a strange individual, I guess. Nobles are odd people, from what I've met.
Yes, my experience as well.
So what brings you all the way out here? I mean, you're not from this part of the world, are you?
I am not.
So what brings you all the way up here to be a serving staff? I mean, it pays pretty well, but I imagine you could have found something closer to home.
I had some troubles at home. Some conflicts.
Wanted for murder? She says, like, tongue-in-cheek joking.
Mm-hmm. I laugh along, but definitely have, like, the deer in the headlights stare. That's funny, good one. No, that would be crazy, but no. Alright, well, that's all the soul talk I can manage one day.
Wow, shut you down. She kind of laughs and she's like, "Oh no, it's probably something to do with a boy, right?"
No, I've not had too many things with boys. Too many problems with them, I suppose.
Ha, lucky.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. One of the other guys I know is Markus here, and you can see he's got a few screws loose.
Oh my god, the damage.
I want to die.
The damage flying around this room.
I want to tell you right now that, like, when that popped in my head as something to say, I didn't think of it as a pun, and as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, wait a minute.
Well, now you gotta live with the consequences.
Oh yeah, no, I'm happy to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was more excited to discover that. I was like, this is amazing.
That's so much damage. Oh my god.
Fine. I take it proudly.
Alright, so she'll chat with you as she's working.
Mm-hmm.
His lordship is kind of reclusive, but he throws these big parties every so often. He takes meals all the time. She just imagines that it must just be a thing about nobles that they eat so damn much.
Is he fat as hell?
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's actually, she says that he's probably in his mid-30s, and he looks very healthy.
Huh.
But he just eats a lot, and in fact, they spent a lot of resources getting the gardens enchanted to grow food faster and all year round.
I see. And those...
Because it was easier to do that than to keep shipping in food from nearby towns.
Are the enchantments permanent? Mm-hmm. Or do they require, like, maintenance?
Oh, no, they're permanent.
Am I able to see now?
Yes. Yep.
Alright, Hummel's going to do a once around the estate.
Mm-hmm.
To see if... Do I see anything?
Yeah, let me go ahead and reveal the rest of the outside stuff here. Another garden there. Another garden there. Guard area stuff over here. Training area for guards. Archery range over here. Forge over here. Okay, so Hummel does a once around the courtyard of the estate. And the east side of the courtyard seems to be more martial in style and use. There's an archery range, there's a combat field, a stable, and a forge.
Alright. Hummel will also go up and check, are there windows in this?
There are windows, yes.
Are there any open ones?
No.
Like, in the upper floors?
The upper floors, all the windows are closed. In fact, once you go above the second floor, the windows appear to be blacked out.
What do I see when I go up all the way to the top? I see guards? Is that correct?
There's guards in the towers, yes.
They look well armed, or?
Yeah, they're all they're wielding crossbows and swords. Crossbows, sword, and shield seems to be the standard issue weaponry.
Alright, I will have Hummel go into the building, lower floor, and I'd like to start looking through the rooms, see if any I can get into, like through the door cracks.
Okay. You're able to get into the small library.
Okay. I have him go around, looking around, see if there's anything interesting that catches my eye of note, like anything that seems kind of odd.
Okay. So without the ability to manipulate much, though, since you're the size of a bee, there's really not a whole lot. You can't really like take books down off the shelves or turn pages of it or anything. So
yeah, I'm just looking at the stuff, just like yeah.
Okay.
My only plan so far is we just burn down that shrine if we can't figure out what the totem is.
I'm thinking it has to do with the tree. The fact that it's been built into a very large tree.
But it used to be a different shrine, is what the feel I got. Like, it's been repurposed.
And given how close it is to the forest that had so many Eden worshippers, it was probably Eden shrine, I'm guessing. But that's just an assumption.
That's a guess, yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's in a tree, so...
Yeah.
If you want to make a knowledge religion check, I can probably tell you.
Sure.
Oh. Well, you can nat 20 that shit.
I don't know if it's a shrine yet, so I'm not going to roll.
That is a 22 for me.
Okay. You know that the primary religion of almost this entire kingdom is Eden worship. So it stands to reason that it was an Eden shrine until recently, or whenever this was desecrated and turned into
Blasphemy.
whatever that is now. Whatever waifu shrine it has become.
Oh my god. We are so screwed.
So do I see anything? Do I see anything in the room?
No, the library doesn't really have anything that's out in the open that's all that important or interesting to you.
Okay. I will fly out of the library and see, can I get into whatever the area below the library is that's blocked off?
No.
No?
Well, you can go into the hallway here, there, and you can get into the hallway and see that there's a dead end.
Okay. So it's not, there's no door or anything there?
No, there's no door.
No, also, I'll just keep on going through rooms, seeing if I can see anything in.
Okay. You go into a map room. There are shelves of rolled up scrolls, each one with different city maps or landscape, topographical maps, and national political maps, and charts of various types.
Is there a map out, like it shows on the...
Yeah, the map out on the table is of Ville.
Any markings on it?
None.
Damn it, Glarv. Give me something. Okay, so, just continue going into
All right.
rooms.
Cool.
Am I going to have to seduce this guy as Karis? I really don't know.
Well, you're only Karis for like 6 more hours.
Yeah.
So that party's gonna happen soon. He's gonna be like, you know what? I feel like partying right the fuck now. Oh my god, look who it is.
I can use that spell one more time today.
That's true. And you seduce him as Karis, and then you throw off the wing. You're like, surprise, bitch, wrong hair color.
All right. You go into this study room, and you see that it's filled with envelopes that are all currently either in partial states of being written or sealed with wax seals. They all seem to be about either correspondences with various other nobles or other people of note, but none of them really seem to make all that much sense to you.
None of the names
No,
stick out?
They don't really seem all that incriminating. Maybe if you had more time to pour through this. But just as a cursory glance, it doesn't seem to be all that interesting.
Alright, I'll fly out of there and then go into the room that is at the top of the hall.
You go into the door there, and you find this to be a nice bedroom.
Perhaps the master bedroom?
Well, no, this is probably most likely Johann's bedroom.
Yeah.
So, just as a note as far as map design, this is a 1-story map, which is incorrect. Like I said, this is a 4-story building. The stairs are actually going to be located in the northwest part of the house, across from the kitchen.
Okay.
But that door is heavily locked.
They put like sealant on it.
Yeah.
And everything.
And Hummel can't get under the door at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
They put raid on that shit.
Hummel can taste it. Nope, not going to happen. That shit worked. This is paid sponsorship from...
Shut up, Kyle, it's not!
Dude, if of all people we were sponsored by Raid.
Raid, kills bugs dead.
Fucking timeline.
And after all this advertising, we find out it was that app game instead.
Dude,
oh man, they're fucking everywhere right now.
The ants? Yeah, you should use some raid on that.
That's a really great call. We should use raid. Did you know that it's not harmful to humans?
Okay.
I did not.
We're gonna keep going, guys.
I put it on my ice cream.
That's That's not true. It's definitely harmful to humans. Don't eat it. Don't eat raid.
Too late. He's dead.
Oh shit!
Yum yum tastes like raid.
Raisins.
Okay, I guess the last place I'm going to check... Actually, I guess I'll check the place that's next to the stairs by the garden.
Sure, it's a pretty.
That is.
Oh, I meant above. Sorry. I thought that was the stairs.
No.
Or is the stairs the part that's
The stairs is
above?
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It's across from the kitchen.
Okay. Then I'll check out, lastly, the shed or whatever outside in the front of the building. Let's build into, like, the wall.
That's the stables.
Okay.
Horsies.
Well, shit.
But you've unlocked all the areas on this map.
I did. With everything explored, Hummel will return to Soul's shoulder.
All right.
Oh, thank God you're back. I missed you. I was trying to get scared.
And Hummel just, like, up and left.
Yeah, just like Soul's just like, no, wait. My safety blanket. More cabbages were decimated that day.
You got more stress, so you just started yanking more.
Well, it is canon that Soul just kind of digs in dirt sometimes when they're frustrated. Is this not right, Beardy?
It's been known to happen once or twice.
Yep.
That's a weird quirk.
It's a childhood thing.
Okay.
But they kind of stopped weeding and just kind of started just digging a hole, I think.
Yeah, like I said, the ground there is very, very easily worked and it's very pliable. The enchantment on the ground is.
It might just be like a hole that they like dig and then they like put the dirt back in and then they dig it back up.
If only we had some really nice, like, druid seeds.
Right.
Druid seeds.
Have an acorn.
Oh, you have a walnut.
That's a walnut? Right.
Yeah, it's a walnut.
Yeah, no, that bad idea.
What if I get hungry, though?
I don't think you can eat a walnut.
You could swallow it.
That's like the same thing, right?
We're like, quick, summon the we're in super bad trouble. We come back to Vera, we're like, we gotta summon the super powerful druid. Please, you gotta plant that walnut. And Vera's like, I ate it. What, you fucking what? She's like, I got hungry.
I got hungry,
You guys
guys.
took too long. You guys took too long inside the castle. I was hungry.
But you have good beetles. Yeah,
I ran out of beetles.
I didn't want a good beetle. I wanted an acorn.
I wanted the
Or a
walnut.
walnut. I wanted a walnut.
Alright.
Sounded
All
good.
right,
Okay.
So we know that the rest of the house, aside from what looks to be the workshop room that has a square towards the south side, we know we can't get to the second level. So what do we do now? Okay, so if all these guards are facing outwards and they're the only from my count there's only 3 people in here, I think we need to YOLO Swaggins this place. Like, tie some people up.
You want us to take control of the keep.
Yes.
The fortified keep.
We're already inside.
Okay, there's a lot of problems I have with this plan, and I think YOLO Swaggins is the primary one.
That's the problem you have?
Well, I mean, it says a lot about the plan. I don't think that this is... no, they've got guards. They've got, like, an army.
Yeah. Guards on the facing out.
No,
They can still look in here.
They're still people. It's not like they're attached to like a...
You tie 3 people up,
No, I'm pretty sure there's more staff than just, like, the 3 people we know.
Oh. See, I thought there was just the 3 staff.
There might be, but I don't think so. And then the guards will come by at some point. They gotta sleep at some point, so they'll come back and they'll find those people.
Seduction would technically, currently in the game as it stands now, would fall under diplomacy.
Awesome.
Now, I can break out seduction into a separate skill if you want.
No.
Can it be intimidate if it's kinky?
Just, I'm gonna seduce you with these drums, yo. The only thing I can think of is just wait this out. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Well, let's see. I feel like the most important thing on the map that we can access here is whatever is the shrine. I feel like that's the biggest...
Should we just burn it? Should we just burn down the shrine?
Hummel will go up on top of the keep, and is there any stairs down?
No.
Right.
No, the roof of the building is actually, like, arched. It's not like a flat top. Like, it's like a steepled roof, if that makes sense.
We are trying to be really tactical about this, and every plan is thwarted.
None of the plans... No, we're not being tactical about this at all. We're just being, like...
I checked with all of you before we went in as servants.
Yeah, I know, and I immediately realized how dumb it was. But I agree that I went along with it. I didn't think about it until after we started, and I was like, I don't want to be a fucking servant. What is this shit?
I mean, you got us here.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do, but I didn't really work out with Alana, is what Corona told us to do, which is find out about the dude. Just learn about him as a person. And then it will become obvious.
And he said he was a really prideful person, too.
That's true.
But for some reason, he has an obsession altar.
Yeah, probably to try. My guess is probably to have it's like his wife or some shit that he's trying to resurrect by like sacrificing people. That's my guess.
Fucking kingpin over here. Okay, today's the day that I don't have a plan anymore.
Okay, well,
I don't
know. In a second, I'll come up with one.
I'll go into the shrine. Is there anything else in there, or is it just a table with?
It's a table, and it's got pictures on the table, and there's pictures on the walls, all of the same person.
And it just has some physical similarities to Karis, correct? It does not look like straight up Karis.
Correct.
Yeah. Big oof. Oh, what to do?
I don't know.
Well, so at some point, I'm going to head out. I'm going to kind of adjust my workflow so that I'm outside with Karis and Mary. And I'm going to try and adjust, in big air quotes, Karis. Callies.
Yeah?
Are you okay?
Doing great. How are you?
Are you sure?
And Soul looks around to make sure that none of the other staff is out there. So, like, look, am I in the clear?
Yeah, no, there's no one watching.
Okay, obviously you should know I'm Soul.
And then Soul points their thumb over at Mary, quote-unquote, Karis.
That's Karis.
Oh, I don't know, I always flying. That's confusing and complicated.
I know she consented, but it's okay.
I've been trying to find out what I can about this Graf, but the staff doesn't seem to know much about him themselves. They just say he's strange. He eats a lot.
So what happens with Skrewy's roll of 10 for stealth?
Yeah, what is he trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish, Markus?
He's like, I'm sneaking.
I'm just gonna try to sneak to get out to you guys.
You have to say what you're doing. You can't just make rolls.
Sorry.
The DM will know what roll you need to make anyway.
So are you going to try to do that?
Yeah, Beardy, can I try to just slip out of the kitchen and back to where they are?
Absolutely.
I mean, let's be fair though. What has Markus done so far in the kitchen?
I was cleaning some silverware.
It takes Markus 3 hours to clean like a handful of spoons.
If you've ever seen me clean my house, accurate statement.
Oh boy, yeah, I can see it.
Anyway,
Okay.
I joined the circle here.
Soul just looks over at Markus and just points at Karis and is just like,
Karis, Soul, disguise it. Okay? Anyways.
Mary shrugs.
Consent happened. It's okay.
Cocked eyebrow.
Look, I do know one thing about this guy. He has a weird fetish for people who happen to look like Karis and have black hair. But the blue eye thing. But has to have black hair. That's what I've learned. I'm very uncomfortable. Should I seduce him?
I mean, I don't know if we could kill him, but I definitely could distract him for a long time.
Are you sure that's safe? Do we know what
No.
he does with the servant
No.
girls that he likes?
No, I don't have a lot of plans here. Mary, shrug.
That just sounds like a dangerous plan.
Yes. I pop another one.
Because you know, that's a good idea.
What color is Karis' hair right now?
Strawberry blonde.
Okay.
I assume you mean Mary.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if there are enough pieces of clearly visible for Lovette to put together that Soul is currently wearing a wig. Because if Karis's hair is not her normal hair color, then Soul having black hair would kind of stand out as, oh, maybe that's the wig still. Are you seeing next week?
Yeah.
So we have set on him. Okay.
What?
What? Wait, I don't know. I didn't know what's going on. Why you look like Callis, and like Callis looks like whoever else that
It's
is.
mostly just so I could be here with you guys.
Well, I could try. I mean, if it's a week, I could try and take the bullet for this one.
He likes humans, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, all these pictures are like full portrait.
Soul just wryly points at the shed and doesn't even look at it. Go. Just look.
Alright, I'm gonna take a look around and make sure no one's watching, and head on in myself.
Beardy,
Yes.
would I know that this is a desecrated Temple of Eden?
Yeah, it's
Religion?
a desecrated Eden shrine.
But does Markus know that?
Yeah, it's pretty apparent.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wait,
if you have-
okay, you're following me in. Well, I was gonna say that I back out, but I guess I bump into Marcus. That's okay. No, I mean, fine, that's fine. But
Soul just has their hands in their face.
For Beardy, after I walk in, I didn't know if he wanted to add anything.
Markus really wants to burn this building, or at least tear out all the idolatry.
So if someone has a different god, they have a different domain if they're a cleric, right?
Yeah, typically.
Maybe if Markus changed to Mellifera, maybe Mellifera has Dimension Door in their domain.
Yeah.
Just food for thought.
Buzz.
Buzz, yeah. Buzz off. Beardy, so can you describe the insides of this again for me?
Sure. So it's a small shrine. The walls are made of stone. The floor is covered in lumber, basically. That's a wooden floor.
Yeah.
There is a carpet going across the floor toward a small table at the far end of the room. The table was at one time covered with probably different religious symbols or Eden iconography. Currently it has some unlit candles along with a whole bunch of pictures of the same person over and over again. The walls of the building are also adorned in hanging portraits of the same person.
Is there a way I can reconsecrate this to Eden again?
So when I see all that, I kind of just slowly back out, but I bump into Marcus, I guess, on my way back out. I'm like, oh!
Lovette?
Is that creepy? But I'm not creepy as in I guess I was expecting.
It's been befouled. There's idolatry everywhere, and this is an old Eden temple.
I mean, what we're dealing with is a bigger than that, Marcus. I think that Eden will consider the whole thing probably clean if we get rid of this thing.
No, I want to make it I want to reconsecrate this as a temple. Can you help me?
I don't think so. How would they help you?
First, let's get rid of all these pictures off of here. Pile them up. Toss them in the oven. I don't care. This is not what Eden... This is not... We need to...
Marcus.
What?
You are not a priest of Eden. You and we are trying to keep up a cover.
Did you hear what... Either
I
with
sure
me...
these plants.
You are a good friend, but this is something I must do. If I believe who I
If
am...
you hold it off until after the guy is dead.
Begrudgingly, I will hold. But this room needs to be cleansed.
Once it's okay, then do whatever you want.
Will you help me then?
I don't know, sure. It doesn't sound like it'll be too much work. I don't know if we have a lot of time to waste.
There's always time to do what's right.
There's not always time, Marcus. We have... How long was the travel from the town to the castle?
About 5 hours.
Oh, so less than a day.
Yeah, it's really close.
63 days. No, 53 days.
It shouldn't take long. Is that correct, Beardy?
In any case. So,
In any case.
got a character question. Are any of these photos like full body portraits?
Yeah, some of them are.
Oh, darn. That'd be great. Like, I don't know, that's kind of a gnome. Who knows? And this person is a human, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna just slip by Marcus.
Beardy, I go up to the... I kind of ignore a little bit I go up and take my idol that I have of Eden out of my inventory, put it on the table, and light the candles.
Please tell me something actually happens.
Oh no, he's being very quiet. Oh no! I'm concerned.
Can you
prayer.
cast Bless?
Yes.
Please do.
Goodbye.
All right. You clear off the altar, you put a little icon of Eden there, and you cast Bless. And for a moment, you feel a connection that you haven't felt since your memories. It's fleeting, but you feel connected to the living world for just like an instant.
Wow, this is like spiritual mastery.
Dude,
Jeez.
Markus is gonna become a real priest of Eden and then disintegrate because he can't. Be like, oh, here, as thanks, I'm going to cleanse you of the evil.
That's super cool.
It burns.
If he were to have the quote-unquote corruption removed from him, he would just burn. It would be bad. But anyway. Yeah, so you feel that you've uplinked this area back to Eden for just a moment, and it felt good.
Hummel will fly into the kitchen. I just want to hear what the people are talking about now that everyone is gone.
Sure, it's Ilana and Freda, and they're having a conversation, and Ilana is kind of like talking about how she's not really sure how much these new servants are gonna to work out. They don't seem to be able to stay on task very well. She points to a half-cleaned bucket of utensils.
That was Marcus's job, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
I mean, Soul's trying their best at whatever the heck weeding is.
You're digging a hole.
Yeah. That's like a thing that they do when I watch them sometimes. They touch the dirt.
Every time Soul engages in like menial labor, it becomes being like a 6-year-old playing.
I wonder why.
Markus goes up to Soul and said, No. Here.
What?
That's a cabbage. That's what
No,
we
it
eat.
looks funny. Cabbages are these, and Soul points to the bigger one.
Yes, well, yes. You're just digging a hole. We need to get the weeds out.
That's what I'm doing.
What is it that you picked up? What do you? What?
I don't
sounded to
know.
me like you. Sounds to me like you're not. All right. What is a weed in this garden to you?
Soul points to anything that is green but funny looking.
But are they
Weeds?
wrong?
Bless you. These are
I'm going to head back in with the others before it's like too conspicuous.
We are helping this person weed a garden.
Yes, that's what I am doing. I am weeding. Markus, I don't know where you're going.
I was under the impression you were you were pulling the wrong thing.
Oh, no, they are out of character. They are.
Oh, they are.
They just don't understand what you're getting at.
Also, out of character, I wonder if it's worth noting that Markus, you're like trying to cover for Soul, who's right now looks like Karis, which means that they've got the waifu bait thing good and covered, but you don't have your own ass covered here.
What in what way?
That's
Why am
just-
I out here?
I mean, yeah.
Does this look like a face that cares?
We can't see you.
No, I was talking about Marcus's face.
Garvin is smiling right now. Look at that cheerful little halfling.
He's got a lot of pain behind
Minutes
those
before
eyes.
he died.
When this soul was eaten.
Markus watches Lovette go back inside. I'm like, okay, real quick. Picks up a ripe cabbage. This is a cabbage. Looks
Okay.
down, finds a quick weed. This is a weed. Cabbage,
Okay.
Weed. Cabbage. Weed. Pick all the weeds.
Oh my god, is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
Weed? Oh my god, dude. He has a
Soul
gold
picks-
mine in his hands.
Picks up a weed, technically, and like just kind of pulls it. They don't pull it right. Let's be honest, Soul does not know how to pull a weed, but they pull it. And they just
all
show
you
it
get
to
is-
Markus.
All you get is the top. You don't get any of the root. And I'm like,
Exactly. I did it.
Yes.
This is what you said.
Yes, you did. Do that, and you'll be
Okay.
set.
Thanks, Markus.
All right, I gotta go back inside.
Wait. Soul just kind of grabs his hand real quick and gives it a squeeze, and then go.
I give a wink.
Oh.
I hope Soul decimates this cabbage patch.
No,
the guy
babies!
and the guy has to be like, I forgive you because you're hot.
Markus stops at Karis, looks over, kind of looks up and down, goes, moseys on.
What does that mean? Soul shrugs at Mary.
Dicing these onions.
What other options do we have?
Either we can wait it out, or I'll yeet the fuck out of there somehow. At least I could yeet out with Vera, and
Vera's
come back
already
with
out.
Vera and be like, "Oh, I have another young lady, human, lovely."
Soul has just bloody stumps on their ears. They're like, we got more human ladies.
And then I could come back and be like, "Oh, I wish to be for the associate pass, just delivering people, and I was hoping the Lord was in town." I don't know.
What?
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying here.
Soul's like, smashing.
Okay, I could do that.
But where does that get us? Is more the question.
I don't know. That gets Karis in a room with this guy on the other hand.
Well, let's think over. We're trying to find like any information we can get.
If this dude was not invulnerable to all but one type of attack, then Karis being the bait would be perfect.
I know, right?
But, damn it.
We have nothing to destroy.
I mean, I guess you could burn the pictures.
We just burn the whole castle down.
That's true.
We'll be in here somewhere. He's just off on vacation. He's like, no!
Did Corona tell us about how to use a totem?
No, he didn't tell us shit. He didn't explain really what the totem was, how we would use it against him, what it being his weakness means.
Yeah, it's different for each of the 8.
Didn't we ask him what one of the totem of the last one was, and he didn't even answer us?
Probably.
Is that what happened?
Fucking Corona.
Alright, so you guys are coming up with plans and talking and thinking and planning. And let's see, the time is going to be we'll say it's about 7:30 p.m. on Friday the 25th of January. And as you guys are currently in your spots where you're at on the map right now, there is a very loud clap of thunder, and the house kind of shakes just ever so slightly. The entire estate kind of just wobbles a little bit. All the servants stop. Oh,
Jeebus.
We didn't expect his lordship to be back so soon.
Does that always happen when he comes home?
Elena nods. Mm-hmm.
Do you not find that to be a bit ominous?
It's the teleporter that he has built.
Teleporter.
Mm-hmm. It makes a bit of a racket, but he's the only one that uses it. So his lordship is here. She claps and says, "Go get your friends. We have a dinner service to prepare."
Of course. I'll do just that.
All right, and that is where we're probably going to call it. Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Until next time.